When was the last time you let yourself dream big? I mean really big. The kind of dream that makes your heart race. The kind of dream that scares you because it seems impossible, too far out of reach, too crazy for anyone else to understand. Do you remember when you were a kid and anything seemed possible? You wanted to be an astronaut, a world-class athlete, an inventor. Back then, there were no limits. But somewhere along the way, the world told you to be realistic, to think smaller, to stay within the lines. But here's the truth. Your dreams are still inside you. They've just been buried under layers of doubt, fear, and the opinions of others. You've been told to play it safe, to settle, to live someone else's version of success. But today, I want you to stop. I want you to step out of that small, comfortable box that's been holding you back and ask yourself one simple question. What if? What if for a moment you ignored the doubts, ignored the fear, ignored all the reasons why your dream won't work? What if you dared to believe that it could work, that it will work? Dreaming big isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Because if you don't have a dream, if you don't have a vision that pulls you forward, that wakes you up with fire in your belly, what are you really living for? Most people don't dream big because they're afraid. They're afraid of failure, afraid of what others will think. Afraid that if they dare to chase something bold, something extraordinary, they'll fall short. They'll be embarrassed, they'll be laughed at. But let me ask you this. What's the worst thing that could happen if you go after your dream? You fail? So what? Failure is not the end. Failure is feedback. Every setback, every rejection, every wrong turn, it's teaching you something. It's shaping you, making you stronger, smarter, more resilient. But you know what's far worse than failure? Regret. Regret is the poison that seeps into your soul when you realize you never even tried. Regret is knowing you had a dream, but you let fear, doubt, and excuses keep you from reaching for it. I want you to imagine yourself 10, 20, 30 years from now, looking back on your life. Do you want to look back with pride, knowing you chased your dream with everything you had, no matter how many times you fell? Or do you want to look back with regret, thinking, what if I had just tried? What if I had been brave enough to go for it? You have one life. Just one. So why would you play it safe? Why would you settle for less than what you're capable of? The people who change the world, whether they're entrepreneurs, athletes, artists, or scientists, aren't the ones who played small. They're the ones who had the courage to dream big, to see possibilities where others saw limitations, to believe in their vision even when no one else did. You see, your dreams don't have to make sense to anyone else. They're yours. And if they scare you a little, that's a good sign, because if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. Think about it. Why aim for the small, safe dream that keeps you comfortable when you could be aiming for something that pushes you, challenges you, forces you to grow? The magic happens when you step out of your comfort zone. But dreaming big isn't enough. It's easy to sit back and imagine what you want. The hard part is the work. You need to be willing to put in the time, the energy, and the grind to make that dream a reality. Dream big, but hustle harder. The road won't be easy. There will be moments when you'll want to quit, when the obstacles seem too big, when you feel like you're all alone in your journey. But remember this. Every great achievement was once impossible. Flying was impossible until it wasn't. Going to the moon was impossible until it wasn't. Changing the world was impossible until someone had the courage to dream big and make it happen. So why not you? You have the power within you to create something extraordinary. You have the potential to break through barriers, to shatter limitations, to become someone who defies the odds. But it all starts with a dream, a big, bold, audacious dream. Don't settle. Don't listen to the voices that tell you it can't be done, because those voices are wrong. They're speaking from fear. But you're speaking from possibility. You're speaking from the place that says, I can, I will, watch me. I'm here to tell you that you can dream big and make it happen. But it won't be easy. You'll have to sacrifice. You'll have to push through days when you feel like quitting. You'll have to silence the doubts that creep into your mind late at night. But let me ask you this. What's the alternative? What's the alternative to chasing your dream? Living a life of mediocrity? Settling for less than you're capable of? Letting fear win? No, that's not an option. So today I challenge you. Dream big. bigger than you ever have before. Let yourself imagine a life without limits, a life where anything is possible. Then get to work, take the first step, and don't stop. Keep going when it's hard. Keep going when you're tired. Keep going when the world tells you to quit. Because the only way you'll fail is if you give up. The world needs dreamers. It needs people like you who have the courage to believe in something greater, who aren't afraid to reach for the stars. So dream big, hustle hard, and never ever stop. Because at the end of your life, the only thing that will matter is that you lived boldly, that you chased your dreams fearlessly, that you gave it everything you had and more. It's time to dream big and make it happen.